Welcome back to Living Local. Well, here's an important subject. Keeping your child safe and entertained in the summer can become a hefty task, but Dana Tolle, an occupational therapist from Shandy Clinic, joins us this morning to help make sure our summer is safer and still fun for those kiddos from her professional point of view. So welcome to the show, Dana.
Thank you.
Good to have you. You know, I'm a parent. I have 2 kiddos, and I say it all the time. What am I doing? Am I doing enough? Because they are on the iPads, they love video games. How does this impact a child's life?
Right, so we want to have make a variety of activities available to them. You know, it's summertime now, we have more time. During the school year, we have work, we have school, we have those kind of things, and we have our time filled. But now in the summer, it's what do I do?
Exactly.
And so now it's, okay, sit down with your child, find out what they want to do. Find out what you want to do. Figure out those things together. Make a list. Make a checklist. Especially at this point in the summer, maybe you've made a checklist at the beginning, and now you need more ideas.
Now
so
it's halfway.
Again. Right.
But you're right, and you bring up a really good point when you say, sit down, ask your kids, what do you guys want to do? What would be fun if we could get outdoors and just get away from so much screen time? And as parents, I think it's also our job to kind of make that effort. What do you think we need to be doing with extra time?
I think that we need to make a routine, make a structure. Kids thrive on this.
Okay.
If they know what they need to do, then they're going to be able to do it instead of, oh, I'm bored, I'm just going to get my iPad. It's, hey, you know, as you as a parent might say, I have these 3 chores I need you to do today. Or, hey, you know, you really need to practice your saxophone today. Hey, you have baseball practice tonight at 5. You know, all these different activities. You should probably do some reading because the school year is coming. It isn't that far away. So still having the reading in there. Yeah. Different variety of activities that both you and they want to do.
It makes total sense, especially with school around the corner, and you can always make it fun, like find elements, I guess, is what we need to do. Let's talk about outdoor play, because I hear this all the time from professionals like yourself. Hey, get your kids involved with more physical stuff, more interactive stuff outside. Why is that important?
Right, from an occupational therapy standpoint, it's very important for development. So we look at gross motor play, we look at fine motor play, we look at that cognitive flexibility, and we also look at sensory motor play. All of these things, the sensory part is super important, and in terms of we have sights, we have sounds, we have textures that we're all looking at. The sights, play I Spy with your kid, looking for animals, looking for different flowers, those kind of things. Listening to the leaves rustle, listening to birds chirping. The textures of the sand, of the grass, of the pool, of the water, the concrete, everything different integrates into their body, and it encourages development. That
makes so much sense. Even just being aware of your surroundings and turning that into an activity sounds pretty smart to me. Why is that important in a developmental aspect?
Right, so these things are always around us in development, and if our body is trying to determine what's going on around us, then we're in a school classroom, if we're hearing these sounds and we're unable to block them out, or if we're you know, if we're in a classroom and the teacher has a variety of beautiful posters or presentations on the wall, if we can't know where to focus our attention, you know, if we can acknowledge it and move on, then we're able to focus on what the teacher is needing us to focus on.
Got it. I want to definitely address this next question because I want to hear your take on it. Another big issue, I think, for a lot of parents is screen time.
Yes, ma'am.
How much is good? At what point do you say, all right, get off the iPad, get off the phone? What's the deal with that? Right,
so before we put our kids on screen time, yes, it's gonna happen, but we wanna make a checklist or something to say, hey, these are like the 3 or 4, 5, 6, depending on how old your child is, these are the things that need to happen first. You know, we need to get a chore done, we need to do some creative play, we need to do some of the outdoor play, get your brain going, get your body going, and then we can sit down and have that time and set a timer. You know, figure out what's right for you and your child, whether that's, you know, they're little and it's like 5 or 10 minutes, a little bit older, maybe a little bit more, but sit down, have that timer, and then have a plan when you transition away from that, because that's often the hardest part. Do we take something off that list we were talking about at the beginning, that family fun? Are we gonna, you know, once we get done with the iPad, are we going to go get ice cream? Or, you know, once we get done with watching this, you know, 5 minutes of TV, then do we have another list so that we can get more?
I tell you what, they're all very good concepts, and just listening to what you have to say makes so much sense. Make a plan, stick to it, and the kiddos will follow right behind. It's really not rocket science. It's just about knowing how to do it, and you guys are a great source for that. Shandy Clinic offers all kinds of services, really, speech therapy, physical therapy, occupational therapy, ABA therapy. They even do ASD evaluations. So thank you so much for touching on this subject this morning. I think it's really important to have you here. And of course, if you want to learn more about Dana and her team, all you need to do is go online to shandyclinic.com shandyclinic.com. They've got great information there, and of course follow them on their social media feeds, and you can also kind of be an interactive part of Shandy Clinic and know everything that they're up to. Thanks again for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
All right, for more information, again, go to that website, shandyclinic.com. But coming up